Welcome to the Breaking 90 podcast, where we talk about all things sustainable fat loss. We take people on 90-day journeys to creating fat loss forever. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoy the episode. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Breaking 90 podcast. I'm here today with my co-host, Kelly Sarlo. I'm Alex Harriman, and we're two of the coaches of Breaking 90 Fitness. Thank you for being here, and I hope you enjoy the episode. Hey, Kelly.
Hi, how are you?
I thought you were going to say hey at the same time, and then I was going to jinx you again.
No, I can't relive that again.
I'm good, thanks. How you doing?
Good. I just had a fantastic weekend camping for the first time ever.
Oh, really? Tell me about that.
Yeah, I went with a really cool family who just eased me into the camping life. We had a really great time. I held a toad for the first time in my life too. I peed in a comfort station for the first time in my life. It was good.
So many first times.
So many.
So will you camp again?
Every single year. I bought a shirt because I'm committed now. Yeah, I'm a convert.
Yes. Are you open to the idea of more roughing it style camping, or does it have to be glamping?
I am open to going with the right company of
Yeah.
people who know what they're doing,
Yeah.
who can teach me and be patient with me. Yes.
Cool. I like it.
I think I'm strictly fall.
Because you don't like the heat of the summer?
Yeah, I feel like I wouldn't enjoy myself. I as soon as it gets buggy, I'm out.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fall is nice for that.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Sweet. Well, as you know, I love camping, so that makes me happy to hear.
Yeah, it was wonderful. And I'm excited to talk to you today because this has been something I have been wanting to ask you for a while, that I feel like listeners might be excited about too. And that's recommended reads for health and fitness.
Cool. I like it. I'm gonna take a slightly unconventional approach to this, but
Always.
but yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Where
Where
do
do
you
you
want to
want
start?
to start?
Jinx.
Jinx X. Okay. I health and fitness reads. So my whole thing with health and fitness is that most people aren't lacking knowledge. Is
Mm-hmm.
that most people are lacking accountability and actually being consistent. And
Mm-hmm.
so like I'm sure there's a bunch of good reads out there to teach you more, but I don't think that's where the gap lies for most people, right? Go ahead.
Yeah. That's really cool that you brought that up because I think when I thought about this topic, that didn't even cross my mind that it would be like, hey, how can we get more knowledge out to you? My curiosity came from, I know you love reading.
Yeah.
And I know you love to consistently stay inspired, that you're always looking for more inspiration to stay committed to your goals or to even just see your goals from a different perspective.
Yeah.
That's where thought we would be approaching it. So thanks
Cool.
for bringing that up.
That's cool. Because I think well, a couple things. I'm not going to go read a book probably that teaches me a little bit more about nutrition unless it's like a subtopic that I'm very interested in.
Yeah.
Because I don't think the knowledge gap's the issue. So there's that. And I also don't think a lot of books do it justice. Like there's a lot of books. I'm going to start with nutrition. So basically, I'm breaking this whole thing down into nutrition, exercise, and mindset or habits.
Love it.
I'm going to start with nutrition, and I think that there's a ton of shitty like diet pushy type of books out there that are just going to push their one agenda, and that's what you're going to find mostly if you go into a chapters and you look in the nutrition section. Like it's going to be mostly bullshit diets. So I think if you want to learn more about nutrition specifically, you should take the precision nutrition course.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and that's my recommendation when it
Oh,
comes to nutrition.
okay. Well, then first, how do people access that?
Yeah, so Dr. John Berardi put this course together, and it's a very it breaks nutrition down into very manageable bite-sized pieces, and they give out a ton of free resources. Okay.
Was that a pun on purpose?
Yeah, it wasn't, but now that it's it, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Um, so they give out a ton of free resources. So I don't know how much the course costs now. I did it a long time ago. It's over $1,000 US. Like it would be a significant investment if you just want to learn more about nutrition, but it would be much, much better spent money than I think any books you're gonna buy around nutrition. Um, it is more for a coach that wants to teach nutrition, but it's so applicable for a client too. Um, anyways, they give out a ton of free resources, so go check them out online. Precision Nutrition, uh, and you'll learn a ton just by going through their page if that's what you want to learn about.
Cool.
Yeah, that's where I'm going to leave it on the nutrition base because I don't think there's any books that I would recommend worth reading when it comes to nutrition specifically.
I think that's great. You've just saved people money.
Yeah. And John Berardi's awesome. He's a great businessman, a great coach, and super knowledgeable. He sold the company a couple of years ago, but it's all based off of what he created, which is cool. Um, Now we'll go to exercise next. There's similar with exercise. I don't think that a lot of people need more and more knowledge. Like I think most of us just need to move more, find something we enjoy doing and do it consistently. But if you're interested in some more advanced topics, like I really enjoy powerlifting. So those are topics that like a subcategory once again that I've chosen to do more research in. There's a couple books there that I would recommend. So Starting Strength by Mark Ripto is basically teaches you how to start a strength training program, which I think is important for everybody. I think strength training could benefit everybody, no matter your goals. So this would be a really, really good place to start. It is designed for people who want to take strength training more serious. So it might be a bit more advanced than what the average listener wants. That being said, I think you could still benefit from it a lot.
Cool.
The next two are more if you're going further down one route or the other. So 531 by Jim Wendler is like advanced strength training programming and learning how to create your own workouts and learning how to design really good strength workouts. That's a cool fun read if you enjoy programming and tweaking your workouts and in line with your goals. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like a lot of people just want to go to the gym, have a set workout, and crush that workout. You're not going to find this book interesting. If you want to get into like the science and the whys of why am I doing this in my workout and why would I put this here in this order with this amount of rest period, that's when that kind of book's going to be fun for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The third one I'll recommend is The Hybrid Athlete by Alex Viada, and it is designed for somebody that doesn't want to be a specialist. So when most people think of exercise, they think of becoming super strong, becoming super fast, becoming a CrossFit athlete, becoming whatever. His book is designed to take the person, which is I'd say most people, and teach you how you can be really good at multiple things.
Very
So
cool.
so what most people run into is they're like, well, I want to do MMA and I want to do jiu-jitsu and I want to do weightlifting. They're going to injure themselves because of overtraining. He
Mm,
teaches you how to apply a bunch of different sports or goals without overtraining, and so that you can continue to progress in all of these different avenues.
that's brilliant. So, okay, can I talk to you as a dad for a second?
Yep.
Is that something is that a book that you can kind of take the knowledge and apply as you've got a growing little human doing the exact things that you're talking about? Like M is in jujitsu, he's in hockey, he's in gymnastics, like all kinds of things, right?
Yep.
Does that
Yeah,
apply?
there would be applicable lessons for sure. It's more around the training side than it
Mhm.
is the actual sports side. So he's not going to teach you how to do jiu-jitsu. He's going to
Yeah,
teach you how to do the training, like the strength training and the cardiovascular training to make you better at jiu-jitsu,
cool.
right? So he's helping you decide how much and what type of workouts you should do on the side. So for most kids, we're not going to we're not going to have them working out really hard. they're going to be playing a lot of sports and a lot of games and moving their bodies a lot. Any conditioning and strength training at a young age is more around technique and getting them prepared for the years where they could really benefit. Like I think it's brilliant to get children lifting weights. I think it's an awesome idea, but not to the point that we're trying to get them stronger. We're trying to get them
Yeah.
way more technical, get
Mhm.
them more limber, get them moving well, get the movement patterns down so that when the time comes where we can pile on strength, they just can skyrocket, right?
Mhm. Yeah, and the discipline too. That's really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the last book I'm going to recommend from the exercise standpoint is The Supple Leopard. So it's called Becoming a Supple Leopard by Kelly Starrett. And it's for anybody that has ever experienced any discomfort or pain. So that's you listening to this, everybody,
Mhm.
because we all have. It's like a Bible for pain reduction and mobility and injury prevention and recovery. And so it's textbook based, like it's heavy. You're not going to sit there and enjoy your coffee and flip through it. Like it's not a fun read, but it has everything you will ever need to increase your mobility and prevent further injury. Like it's brilliant, this book.
Very cool. I like the approach that you took with this.
Cool.
Yeah. Mindset.
Mindset. This is where I can go a little bit deeper, and I have a little bit more to add because I think this is the one that's actually going to get people closer to their goals.
Mhm.
Um and I say mindset, but when I say mindset, I really mean like mindset, habits, and lifestyle.
Mhm.
It's a more of an umbrella approach there. Um okay, where do I want to start? I'm gonna start with The Alchemist.
Oh my god. Okay.
Have you read The Alchemist?
Fuck yeah.
Okay. I love The Alchemist. It's like one
Yeah.
of my all-time favorite books. I like how it teaches us to control our own fate. I think it's full of awesome life lessons, but that to me is so in line with what you're trying to achieve in your own health and fitness goals.
Mhm.
So you've read the book. What are your thoughts?
Oh, I read it ages ago and oh, I should probably reread it now.
It's so good.
It is. There were so many things and you can look at it from a love, a destiny, a self-love, self-observation and understanding perspective. Like I think it's just an overall great book for personal development,
Yeah.
introspection. Yeah, it's wonderful at all ages too.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite books ever. So that I'm gonna put that up there because I think it's really important. Um I think it's a good read for everybody, but I think it can really apply to your health and fitness journey. And then the second one that I'll recommend is on a similar wavelength is The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari
Okay, yes, I've
by,
heard of this.
by Robin Sharma. It's cool because it's basically it was a high-end business executive who was making a killing. I think he was a lawyer, was making a killing, and then his health and fitness took a back road, which I think a lot of people can relate to,
Mhm.
is they prioritize their career more than their own self-development or health and fitness. And he had some big health and fitness scares, and he left it all behind to go better himself. And there's a lot of self-discovery lessons and also teaching you um how to how to get some clarity on where your priorities lie and what you want in life, which is pretty cool.
Mhm.
um those two are a little bit different approach from probably what people were expecting, but I think that they're good to start with because I think they're probably two that could help you the most.
Yeah.
um Okay, next up, uh, I'll go. You guys know I love David Goggins, so I'll go there next. He has two books that I recommend: "Can't Hurt Me" and "Never Finished." Just around mindset, completely around mindset, and like getting rid of your well, as he would call it, getting rid of your inner bitch. um but that's his words, not mine. um I like the way he talks. I like the way that he delivers his message, and I think there's something to be learned there just about like pure grit and determination.
Mhm.
Um, and then a similar book from a different author is called Man Up by Bedros Keuilian. And I know you're probably listening to this, and somebody's rolling their eyes about the title being called Man Up, but he right out of the gate calls it out that he's like, this book is not for men. He's like, this book is for people. This is just a term I'm using to explain what you need to do. He's like, I'm not like, and he's like, any man, woman, child has the ability to man up to a situation. And he's like, I'm not creating that term. He's like, I'm just using a term that's already created. So that's the way that he clarifies that, because I know a lot of people will be like, fuck that book.
Yeah, it's an outdated kind of term,
Yeah, it
but
is.
it's
But
widely known.
he addresses it early on in the book though, and same kind of thing. Just he uses it a lot for like how he persevered in business and how he pushed through in business, but also super applicable to your health and fitness journey too.
Beautiful. That's a great list.
I've got more.
Amazing.
um I'm gonna say there's a less known author, Craig Ballantyne. He's actually from the Toronto area. He's like a life coach basically, but he put out two books that really, really helped me. Um, they're one is called The Perfect Day Formula, and the other one is called The Perfect Week Formula. And
Oh.
they're just purely around time management strategies,
Mm,
which is what so many people struggle with, right?
mhm.
Time management, effective time management. That's all these books are about, is helping you design your perfect weeks and your perfect days within those weeks. Um, easy reads. Like I actually enjoyed reading those books. Those are ones that you will sit down and have a good time with a coffee.
That's cool.
And then the last one I'm gonna mention is Relentless by have you read this one? By
No.
Tim Grover. So he is a mindset coach for some of the highest level athletes in the world. They like the I know Kobe Bryant hired him, Dwayne Wade hired him. I don't want to lie about who else hired him, because I'm not certain actually specifically which athletes had hired him, but they hired him to get their mind right. And they would have training sessions with him the way you would have a training session with a coach. They would have training sessions with him going into big games, going into playoffs, coming into season, because they understood the value of getting their mind right and getting their head in the game,
Yeah.
which we've heard so many times, but so many of us just brush aside as being physically prepared for an event.
Yeah,
um
that's a great distinction.
yeah, and this book is fucking cool. Like he talks about how there's great athletes, and then there's athletes that are on such a next level because of their mindset, like a Michael Jordan, like a Kobe Bryant, that no matter how shitty of a day they're having, no matter how many shots they've missed, if they will not affect their next shot. Whereas the
Mhm.
average person gets in a rut and they just start getting worse and worse and worse. Like Kobe Bryant could miss 10 shots in a row and he would still have the exact equal chance of sinking that next shot. Those 10 shots will not shake him, right?
Mhm.
Because of how strong his mindset was. And that's really important in your own health and fitness journey, to get your mindset to that next level. And I don't think any of us will get to the place that Kobe Bryant probably was, but in our own journeys, and the way we can apply it to our own health and fitness is completely relevant.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you.
That's it. That's my list.
That was a great list, and I hope people get excited in some way, shape, or form hearing this and inspired by their own journey.
Especially about Man Up, right?
Definitely, yeah. You know just where to dig.
It's like I know Kelly's not gonna like the title of this book.
It's funny because I've actually done podcasts on the term,
Yeah.
Yeah, deconstructing it, but I get where you're coming from. I have no critique.
And a lot of these people are like that gritty, like rough and tough, like probably not the type of person you'd invite to a family dinner. But that's like they have lessons to learn from, just like we all do, right?
Yeah, for sure. That's
Yeah, that's my list. If anybody has any questions or follow-ups or any that you would like to add, just shoot me a message because I'm always looking for book recommendations.
I also really love and wanted to kind of draw attention to the fact that The Alchemist as a book is almost like referring to Madonna or Cher. Like there's just you didn't even say the author. It's just that
Yeah.
people just know The Alchemist.
Yeah, and part of it is that I would probably say his last name wrong because it's
Paulo Coelho.
Paulo Coelho. So that's another part of it.
I'm glad you tried.
But yeah, I
Oh.
agree. Everybody knows of that book.
Yeah. It's a good gift too, actually.
True.
Anywho, shall I leave them with a tip today?
Yeah, do it.
Two tips. One, go buy The Alchemist.
Nice.
Also, this is something that I started doing actually, I think probably when I was a client of Breaking 90. I was having my protein smoothie every day and I missed chewing my food. So I poured it out into a bowl and put some bran buds on top. And I just wanted to remind people that you can flavor up or mix up your smoothie situation and eat it with a spoon. Pour granola over it if you want to.
There's full businesses that make smoothie
Smoothie
bowls now.
bowls.
Yeah, like they've become popular, but I agree it can make it a lot more exciting.
Yeah, especially if you
Cool.
just are in a rut and it's your go-to, nutrients for the day. You don't have to mix it up too much, right? Simplicity over complexity.
Love it.
Nice.
Awesome. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Wherever you're listening, take a screenshot, tag Breaking 90 Fitness, and share it to your Instagram story.